All right, let's talk about some huge casting news that has just dropped. I mean, the entire industry is buzzing about this one. You've got one of the most famous actors in the world, a holiday story everyone knows, and get this, a creative team that absolutely no one saw coming. We are talking about Johnny Depp and his big return to a major studio film, a new movie called Ebenezer.
And, this immediately leads to the one big question on everybody's mind. After spending the last few years on smaller indie projects, is this it? Is this the full-on mainstream Hollywood comeback for Johnny Depp? That's really the big question we're going to dig into.
So, here's the headline. Johnny Depp is officially set to play the one and only Ebenezer Scrooge. But look, this is way more than just another role. This is his first project with a major American studio since his really high-profile trial back in 2022, and that's why this is such a massive deal.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the project itself. What exactly is Ebenezer? And who's the team bringing this new take on such a classic story to the big screen? So let's break down the key players here. The title is Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol, and it's being made by Paramount Pictures. Obviously, we've got Depp as Scrooge, and he's joined by the absolutely fantastic Andrea Riseborough. Now, her role? Totally a secret right now. I mean, could she be Belle, maybe Mrs. Cratchit, or even one of the ghosts? We just don't know yet, but it's exciting to think about.
Okay, but this is where the story takes a really fascinating twist. The source material, A Christmas Carol, we all know it, right? But the creative vision, the team behind this, well, it suggests we're about to see something very, very different.
I mean, just look at the official description of the movie. It gives us a massive clue. It's being called a thrilling ghost story. Now sure, the original story has ghosts, but the way they're emphasizing thrilling and supernatural, that feels deliberate. Especially when you hear who's in the director's chair.
And boom, here's the shocker. The director is T. West. Now, if you don't know that name, you're going to wanna. He is one of the biggest names in modern horror right now. Yeah, definitely not the kind of director you'd expect for a cozy Christmas classic, right? Just so you know who we're talking about, T. West is the genius behind that incredible, stylish, and, let's be honest, super bloody horror trilogy, X, Pearl, and the new one, Maxine. So the idea of that guy bringing his unique vision to a Charles Dickens story, I mean, wow, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
So, okay, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. A fantastic actor, a really exciting director, that's always a great combo. But the reason this is making so many headlines is all about the context. This casting is a truly significant moment for Johnny Depp's career right now.
This timeline really puts it all into perspective. You see, since that 2022 trial, Depp has been working, but on projects like the French film Jean du Barry and directing his own movie, Modi. But Ebenezer, set for 2026, that's a whole different ballgame. This is his official re-entry into the big-budget American studio system. The system that made him a global superstar in the first place.
But, a successful comeback is never a guarantee. And when you look ahead, this movie is heading straight into one of the most crowded, most competitive seasons at the box office. It is definitely going to have a fight on its hands.
So, go ahead and circle this on your calendars. November 13th, 2026. That's the date. Paramount has staked its claim on that pre-Thanksgiving weekend. They're clearly hoping to grab that early holiday crowd. But yeah, they are not going to be alone. And just take a look at this competition. The week before, you've got the animated Cat in the Hat going for the family audience. On the exact same day, a brand new horror movie drops from Blumhouse, and that's going to have a huge following. Then, just 1 week later, bam, the new Hunger Games prequel, which is going to be an absolute juggernaut. That is one seriously tough crowd to go up against. And so here we are, right back where we started. You've got this iconic star taking on an iconic role, but he's being led by a director with a truly unique and maybe even chilling vision. It all boils down to this one question. Is this bold, horror-inflected version of a Christmas classic going to be the hit that defines a whole new chapter for Johnny Depp? I guess we'll all be watching to find out in 2026.